Childhood trauma is so pervasive, right? I mean, we're talking about one of the most radical issues this generation has ever seen. So a radical issue deserves a radical response. A state of emergency, like there is nothing else left except for declaring a state of emergency, because once you understand the biological effect of childhood trauma and the effects that it's having on our community and on our children, there is literally nothing else. It needs to be addressed in that same emergency response that they did with opioids. Let's think about it. What was the issue around opioids? The addiction. So it's like eating the icing off the cake and leaving the cake. Addiction is rooted in trauma. So how do we miss that? We declare a state of emergency and we deal with it with that same pervasive response that they did with the opioid issue, right? So I had a conversation with a friend of mine yesterday, and she was talking about, this group here doing this and this group over here doing that. And I explained to her, I said, imagine this. Imagine if the worst tornado and a flood and the worst earthquake came to your community right now. High fatality rates, mass infrastructure damage. What's the first thing that our leaders are going to do? Declare a state of emergency, right? So we can get those dollars to fix it. But I told her, I said, imagine this. You got this group over here. So let's say this whole entire city is wiped out. And we got three people over here. They saying, okay, I'm going to take 2 bodies and we're going to move 2 bodies here. I'm going to clean off this porch. I'm going to go in the backyard and remove this tree. But then when you still look at the overall, premise of it, it's like, okay, really, what did you do? Childhood trauma is too pervasive to be dealing with it with kid gloves. It is an emergency. It needs to be addressed that way.
I would like to speak from you, Madam. Thank you.